the one, the only, Ben Sion.
Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun Tzion. Today we're going to be doing Mesechus Sukkah, Perek Daled, Mishnayos Daled and Hey. Mishnah Daled and Hey talk about two different things: the mitzvah of lulav in Mishnah Daled, mitzvah Arava in Mishnah Hey. We've come up in Mesechus Sukkah with some differences, notable differences between the mitzvah and lulav and Arava. Technically, the lulav and Arava apply all 7 days in the Beis HaMikdash, Midoraisa. Lulav is more important on the first day because even in the Gvul outside the Beis HaMikdash, there's a mitzvah on everyone to take lulav midoraisa on the first day, midarabban on the rest of the sukkahs. Also, it's docha Shabbos, at least havaros dalanam sharab, it's docha Shabbos, in order to take lulav, in order to mekayim the mitzvah of lulav. Then in anuim, right, you have to move around, you do the anuim. So when you generally move around, you do the shaking, you carry dalanam sharab, and that they allow it, that because that's docha. Hotzah, to take it from one house to another house, take it to shul, that's not docha Shabbos. But the havara was docha because that's part of the mitzvah. The part of the mitzvah is the nanuim, is the shaking it, right? You shake, you move forward, you move to the side. You basically move Daled Amos. So when you're moving Daled Amos, that was allowed, that was part of the mitzvah, that was obviously incorporated. The Torah knew that was going to be mutter on that. That's why the Rishonim, the answer to the Rishonim's question, why the Rambam goes there about havaras Daled Amos Sharab, and only goes there Hotzah. Right, that's the answer I've talked about before. Arava is a little different. Arava is a halacha l'Moshe Sinai. Arava halacha l'Moshe Sinai, and it applies all 7 days of the Mikdash because the first day was earmarked as the main day for lulav. So therefore, they earmarked the main day for Arava as the seventh day, and therefore we have Hoshana Rabbah on the seventh day, and therefore they would encircle in the Beis HaMikdash. They wouldn't actually hold Aravos. They would encircle. They would put Aravos, very tall Aravos, on the Mizbeach, outside, Mizbeach Adama, and then they would encircle Nazar, the Kohen would encircle the Mizbeach during the first 6 days one time, and during Hoshana Rabbah 7 times. That's why we do it, right? We do Hoshana, it's one time the first 6 days, the seventh day we do encircle 7 times, a remembrance what they did in the Beis HaMikdash. The main day is the seventh day, and the Mishnah Hay says that when they would do this, they would say, according to Rabbi Yehuda, they would say, Ani v'hu Hoshiana. And Rav Bar Tuner explains, Ani v'hu sounds like, me and Hashem, Hoshiana. You're incorporating Hashem along with you. And the reason is because the Pasuk says, Anochi imo b'tzara, right? Or what does the Pasuk say? The Pasuk says, Anochi b'tzara. Hashem always is in the pain of Klal Yisrael. Whenever Klal Yisrael or a person is going through a personal difficult time, so Hashem is with them. Hashem was always with them. And I think that really highlights, this is more allegorical, but I'll say it anyway, that it comes out that the main day of Lulav, right, it's supposed to be pretty Eitzader, it's supposed to be beautiful. You know, the Sefer Achinuch says the reason that we take Lulav and Esrog is because it's at that time of the year, it's the time of the harvest, everything is beautiful, we take nice colors, beautiful green and yellow, nice bright colors, and we enjoy the Simchas Yom Tov, the beginning of Yom Tov, and life. You know, in the beginning, in youth, life is fun. Life is joyous. Life is exciting. When you get to the age 18 to 21 or to 24, those are the best years of your life. And then afterwards, it's a downward spiral. It just gets more difficult. The more that you get married, you have kids, you have to have responsibility over your wife and kids, responsibility to finance your life. It's very difficult, especially for a man. It's very difficult. Your life gets more difficult and more difficult. Ultimately, you get older. Your health fails. You know, and it's very difficult, and that's the seventh day of Sukkot, the end of Sukkot, the holiday, where we do the Aravos, right? The mitzvah is with the Arava specifically. The Arava is as contrasted with the Esra, which smells good and tastes good. The Aravos don't taste good and they don't smell good, right? So it's bitter a little bit, and the end of life is bitter. As you progress through life, it gets harder and harder, and if you don't acknowledge this, you're just disregarding reality. But nonetheless, Rabbi Yehuda says, we say, Ani v'hu Hoshiana, that we include Hashem, Anochi b'tzara, that Hashem is always with us. And that's why we take Aravos on the seventh day. And we say these things when we walk around the Mizbeach. We have these piyutim, we say these things also. Ani v'hu Hoshiana, always say it. We say it 7 times on Hoshana Rabbah, even towards the end of Sukkot, the end of the holiday, the end of your life, right? It could be emblematic of your entire life, from the beginning of Sukkot to the end of Sukkot. Nonetheless, we remind ourselves, I'm sorry for the loud noises, people are screaming like maniacs over here. At the end of our life, we remember that Hashem is always with us, B'tzara. He will be with us, and He's with us in this world, and He'll be with us in the next world also. And that's why Rabbos is prominent on the seventh day. And we say, Ani b'hu Hoshiana, Hashem is with us, B'tzara, even as life gets difficult. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.